Welcome back, and this is now the next in the series of videos that discuss the assignments on the forums for CLA396 on Sakai that need to be completed to satisfy the course requirements. So please pay attention on your calendar, syllabus, and forums as to when this particular assignment is due. And as always, be prepared to submit your own forum assignment response on time by the due date. And then afterwards, go back and review the other students' responses to the assignment and make an appropriate critique or other response to the other student's entry in order to satisfy the attendance requirement for the course. So okay, we now are just at the point of getting past the midterm exam. It's probably either one or two sessions after the midterm exam that you're watching this video, and we now are coming our way into reading Ovid's Metamorphoses. So there are two assignments associated specifically with Ovid's Metamorphoses, the character presentation and the point of view. So I'm going to do the character presentation here, and then a later video will discuss the Ovid point of view. Now the character presentation is in fact two separate assignments. In order for you to see that, I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Please go to Sakai and please open assignments and locate the document called presentations. This document actually includes the characters and the point of view assignments together. As I say, we're going to use two separate videos in order to discuss these assignments separately and have you watch those at different times for when you're reading the different sections of Ovid's Metamorphoses. But for right now, please pause the video and open that presentations document from assignments on Sakai. Okay, all set? All right, so now let's talk about the character presentations. So as you notice with Ovid's Metamorphoses, you're assigned to read the work in 3 blocks, similarly to the way that you were so assigned to read Virgil's Aeneid. You're assigned to read books 1 through 5 in the first block, books 6 through 11 in the second block, and finally books 12 through 15 in the final block. So the first assignment you can see on the first page of the presentations handout, the assignment page, and it pertains to books 1 through 5 of the Metamorphoses. What you're asked to do is to select a specific character, or in some cases a pair of characters if they go together, like for instance Echo and Narcissus, whom you've seen in Ovid's Metamorphoses, books 1 through 5. What you need to do is kind of similar to the way that we did the Heroides special project. You want to conduct background research on what we know about that character or those characters besides what's in Ovid's epic work. Once you have some background information, then you want to compare that background information to the presentation of the character in Ovid's Metamorphoses and see whether the story is substantially the same or whether Ovid makes any particular distortions in the story, changes it around. Is there anything that Ovid highlights? Does he emphasize anything in particular? Does he draw something out at length? Does he leave anything out? And so forth. And we want to get a sense of how does Ovid present this story in relation to the myth that we know from elsewhere is presented about this particular character. Okay, so what you want to think about is all together with these two things combined, what we know about the character, and then what I really will appreciate from you when you go to compose the special project is imagine that you are actually that person and you're speaking about yourself to some audience. What would you say on your own behalf, taken from your historical story? And then what would you say about the way that you are presented in Ovid's Metamorphoses? Is there anything about that presentation that you thought was unfair or distorted, or did you like the way that Ovid presented yourself? in the particular story. But that would be a really good way to compose the work. Now, you don't necessarily have to put it in first person if you find that that's difficult to do, but it's really excellent as a way of stoking your imagination to pretend that you are in fact that character. You're the one who gets turned into a tree. You're the one who gets turned into a bird, whatever it might be. So imagine that you are that character and speak for yourself. Again, based on the background information that you have and then the way that you are presented in Ovid's Metamorphoses. Be prepared, as always, to cite some specific examples of your presentation from the Metamorphoses so that you can support whatever points that you want to make. Okay, so you're going to do that for the first session on Ovid's Metamorphoses, and then you're going to repeat this same assignment, and this is told to you on the second page of the assignment page. You're going to repeat it the next session, and you're going to be doing it for books 6 through 11 of Ovid's Metamorphoses, once again picking a character and doing the same thing. So you're going to be doing it twice, once for the first forum and once for the second forum. And after you post your assignments on the 2 forums, don't forget afterwards to make a response to some other students' assignment posted there in order to satisfy your attendance credit. Okay, and so that is the character presentation for Ovid. And again, remember to do both of them, one on books 1 through 5 and one on books 6 through 11 of Ovid's Metamorphoses. And try to have fun with it. Isn't it absolutely amazing to be turned into a tree? Okay then, so the next video in this series will discuss the Ovid point of view, and in the meantime we're now going to go back to our regular videos in which we discuss Ovid and his Metamorphoses in more detail and get ourselves back on the track of Roman history. And I know that the midterm exam has just passed for you. I hope the midterm exam went very well for you. Feel free to reach out to me if there's anything regarding that you need. Okay, we'll see you next video.